Free observations, righteous discussions. It's the Word Up Podcast. I'm your host, OMNI I'm the etc. And we're back again with another topic for discussion. And one that I find myself it's an ongoing process for me. But one that I find myself asking a lot, asking myself this question. Especially lately, because I run into certain situations. What is a boss? What makes a leader? Because the boss's position is a position of leadership. And any position of leadership. My father used to tell me this thing all the time. It's like one thing I remember as far as a lesson from him that sticks out in my mind is follow me into. I'm not gonna say follow me because I used to be a chump as a kid. I used to not take life seriously at all. And now these questions are essentially all I think about. But anyway, my father used to tell me this thing over and over again. Right? To whom much is given, of that person much is required. And in that phrase, I think I find in that phrase, I see what I find to be leadership. That phrase, what it echoes is situations I find myself in today, where I see people not acting in certain ways that they claim to be. You know what I'm saying? Niggas out here essentially running nothing but they damn mouth, but they swear they run everything. But when you're in a leadership position, that means you have people that are dependent on you. Whatever they may be dependent on you for, these people are dependent on you. They're dependent on you for, what would they be dependent on you for? They may be dependent on your role in a position, in a corporation, in a business. They may be dependent on your skills to facilitate certain things that they may not find themselves to be capable of, or even wanting to step up to the position of being capable of. Anywhere where you are dealing with groups of people and they're all looking to you for a certain thing, a certain level of guidance, a certain level of organization to bring them together, to have them all on one accord. To me, that's leadership. That's what it means to be a boss. Now, people think that, you know what I'm saying, being a boss is just you out here doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying, not giving a fuck about anybody else and just, you know what I'm saying, just out here for you. It's not a boss. It's not a leader. A leader leads. Even when what it is that they need to do isn't necessarily what they want to do. I see individuals in my circle make some of the toughest choices. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not it is to let certain individuals go because they are not functioning or because they're being disruptive to what it is we're trying to accomplish or build. I need some water. Hold on. Excuse me. Should have drank this before I got on the live, but something caught in my throat and I can't dislodge it. So I might do a lot of you know what I'm saying? And the mic being down here is like, ugh. But the role of a leader in an organization. Everybody looks at the man on top or woman. There's a lot of female bosses out here. You know what I'm saying? But everybody looks at the person on top and it's just like, damn, I want to be him or her. Do you really? Can you carry that load? Do you know the weight of what it is that they have to carry on a daily basis? Because Superman got to be Superman every night, not just throw on the cape whenever they feel like. So if you're acting from a place of, oh, I want to do it when I feel like doing it, it's not bullshit. When you're a boss, when you're a real boss, you have to do certain things. Certain things you don't like, certain things you may even morally disagree with for the sake of the people that you're leading. You know what I'm saying? That said, you know, I'm thinking back to program Fall Through with Big Cam. Two of those airings ago, you know what I'm saying, of that program, of the Fall Through. We were watching, I don't even know how we got onto it. We were watching Making the Band because it was funny. I believe it was the singing stuff. Because, you know what I'm saying, it's real funny to watch the clips of the two individuals going back and forth. And then having the whole orchestra behind him, whole symphony, and niggas just chiming in with it. But from there, we watched the Cheesecake episode because we thought it would be funny. And we found that it really wasn't that funny to us because we had grown and matured to a certain extent since either one of us had originally seen the programming. And we couldn't believe what the fuck we were witnessing. Grown adults having a problem to do one simple task that they were asked to do in order to get to do what they wanted to do, which was record in the studio that day. They were going back and forth, you know what I'm saying, discussing amongst themselves of how they're going to present to Diddy about how they're not getting the cheesecake. And Diddy only asked them to get them a slice of cheesecake to go into the studio. Their minds fucked with them. That pride fucked with them to the point where it became a big deal. And that's what made the episode. Not the fact that that Diddy asked them to get the cheesecake, but the fact that it was of such consequence for them to complete a simple task, a simple assignment, in order to get to do what they wanted to do. They couldn't get past the thing that they really weren't trying to do. It was just a slice of cheesecake. Diddy said it on the episode. Yo, there's so much stuff that goes on in my day. I have to do so many things that I ain't really trying to do in order to make this music thing work, in order to make, you know what I'm saying, my mogul thing work, in order to get to some of the spaces I'm trying to get to. I have to go through so much. All I asked him for was a slice of cheesecake. When people talk about money and all of this, I don't look in all of, yo, they got $1 million, or yo, they got $100 million. My first question is, what the fuck did they get $100 million? Where did they go through? What are their bills like? I know what my bills are like in my life. And I'm managing them to the best of my ability. And I'm managing that until I get further along. And if I can't manage it, if it comes to a point where I can't manage it, do I deserve more? You gave me so little. If you gave me so much, I'd likely fuck that up. boss doesn't worry about that. A boss doesn't really have time to, you know what I'm saying, look at their own problems as an inconvenience to themselves, because for the sake of leadership, they have to put other people's problems before their own. I'm just speaking on what I'm seeing from experiences and interactions with people that are in the spaces that I'd like to find myself in one day. Bosses do what they see to be necessary, even if the end result doesn't even involve them. Imagine that. Imagine wanting something so bad that if the only way to get it done is your lack of involvement to get it done, you'll stand aside. Imagine that. Imagine putting the needs of everyone around you above the needs of self. Can you carry that load? Can you make that sacrifice? Are you really a leader if you're only out here for yourself? Let me tell you a story. About a month ago, okay, I'm likely gonna post this segment on social media, so you know what I'm saying, I don't want to date, you know what I'm saying, myself too heavily. But there was a certain event that I was at, and I talked about this on the last fall. So go back and check that with Big Cam, because we were talking towards the end about men's role in leading women in public spaces. There was an individual. I was at a concert, four people with me, one male, two female. Now, anytime that there are men with me and we're, you know what I'm saying, in a space for whatever reason, as a man, if a male tells me, yo, I'm gonna go over here real quick and do a move right quick, I already automatically off rip assume that he's telling me this to stay around the women to make sure that they're good. In this particular instance, I was the individual that had to do, you know what I'm saying, go bust a move real quick. And, you know what I'm saying, collect some footage for this project that we were doing, that we were working on that evening. So the reverse happened. I tell buddy, yo, I'm gonna go get this footage real quick. As men, I feel as though, not even feel, I believe, as men, we shouldn't have to tell each other the rest of that statement, which was, yo, watch the women. But then again, that's what fucks me up in most situations, is me believing that people understand what I understand. So I didn't say that. That's all. I hold myself accountable for that, and I will never make that mistake again. But I go bust this move. I get back. Buddy's gone, and a situation occurred. I'm not gonna get into the situation, but a situation involving women in a club, drunk mode, amidst a sea of drunk males. A situation occurred. Everybody fine. Something catastrophic could have happened, but everybody's fine. Now, I was talking to dude, you know what I'm saying, and I'd agreed already to take him someplace else before we showed up at the venue where we were at. And as a man of my word, regardless of whether or not about how I felt about his actions at the time, I transported him to the other location. It's the last time I had physical interaction with this individual. You know what I'm saying? But he was kind of upset because I was upset at his conduct that evening. And he was like, bruh, we bosses and you a boss, bruh. Bruh, how you gonna be a boss and be in the position and not use the position? And he was talking about me being in position and not using the position in a selfish manner. In a manner in which that would benefit me and very few, if anybody, outside of myself. And because of that, I really don't feel like, well, no, I know that I really couldn't trust this individual if that's how they think. This individual is not to be trusted if that's how they think. I say no names, it's only stories. I say no names. But the reason why I can't trust that individual is because if you think that being a boss or being a leader is about self-gain, then you need to be quickly removed from your position. Because while it's true that damn near every corporation was built with the intention of amassing wealth for the one that built it. The people underneath the CEO, underneath the board of directors, underneath the owner of the company, the people that do the work every day, that show up every day, you know what I'm saying? The people that work their fingers to the bone for you, the people that if it wasn't for them, your company couldn't grow or expand. The people, if they on some level aren't adequately compensated or looked out for, then the company will crumble from the bottom. Now, I know that we like to think that, workers can be easily replaced and all of these things. But can valuable employees be replaced? Can valuable workers? Can valuable individuals be replaced? Nay, I say no, they cannot. Because those individuals are few and far between. So, what makes a boss a boss? What makes a leader a leader is the individual that sees the bigger picture, that isn't in it just for them. Even though, like I said, corporations, businesses, they're made with the intention of generating wealth for the individual who made the corporation, who made the business. However, if that individual isn't adequately looking out for the ones that they work with and the ones that work for them, in a sufficient manner, then they are going to be in a pickle. Just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not looking out for the ones that are working for you, if you're not looking out for the ones that are working with you to help you build something, to help you be great, then you as the individual in leadership will be removed. If not by them, by time itself. Because the whole thing that you architect is just gonna crumble. So when we talk about what a leader is and what a boss is, I don't want to hear any selfishness. Because everything that I've seen from the bosses around me, from the leaders around me, leaders in the community, leaders in business, leaders in, politics. Well, okay, but people that I know and understand to be leaders and bosses, this is some of the most selfless people I've ever met in my life. And I'm honored to be among them. A real boss puts the needs of those they lead first. So your supervisor that's on the job harassing you to get the job done, that doesn't give a fuck about what it is when you go home. Can you really call him a boss? No, you can't. He's a supervisor, not a boss. Are they a good leader? No, they're not. Because a good leader will understand that the people that works with them or for them, they have a family to go home to. And just like on the forefront of their mind, on the forefront of your mind, is how you're going to best take care of them. So, I don't want to hear any boss talking about any, how you gonna be a leader and not use a position or anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not about using a position. You need to be calculated whether or not you're misusing the position. You're putting your best foot forward to make sure that the team is in the position that they need to be in. Are you doing the things necessary to make your team look good? Because I could give a damn if I'm shining. But if the people around me are shining, and the people around me aren't, being held to a certain light so that they can shine, that concerns me greatly. Everybody wants to be the man out front. Not knowing that the man out front is the first to get gunned down. You go to war. Okay. That's why generals don't. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of generals nowadays don't set foot on the battlefield. The first one that charges in is the first one to get knocked down. You know what I'm saying? Like, people in leadership positions get all types of threats thrown at them every single day. So I got this phrase that I've developed over the year. Never count a person's pockets unless you plan on paying their bills. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can look at how much money they got and how much they're getting paid. Like, you know what the number one thing that I noticed happen in business that's fucked up and wrong when people sit down and do their deals and whatnot, or you know what I'm saying, have an arrangement going on, like let's say in partnerships, one side is too concerned about what the other side is getting out of the deal and not looking and being grateful for what they're getting out of the deal. They're too focused on, okay, so you're doing this to give me this so I can do about it. You're getting paid how much? Oh, well, what? But you want to be a boss, though, with working mentalities. Value ain't necessarily created on a dollar per hour basis or a salary basis. So you can't really think the same. You have to come out of your thought process as a worker in order to be a boss. Because you're thinking about self when you're a worker. Oh, I get my paycheck, my money, and I, you know what I'm saying, I make that do what it does, and I'm straight until next week, or, you know what I'm saying, until the next check. Now you're always, you know what I'm saying, you just got used to being handed a check. But it's 8 hours of work, 8 hours of rest, which I'm totally against. I prefer 4. And 8 hours of recreation. You break down the word, that's what it says, recreation. Because the job that you're at, that you're working at, was already created for them. So in that spare time, why don't you go create something for yourself? And then build a team around that, and then, you know what I'm saying, compensate them for their efforts so that they can also, you know what I'm saying, take that money and then go recreate something for themselves. If they're of mind to do so. But are you of mind to do so? I was talking to somebody online about, you know what I'm saying, what it would actually take to get these companies in line to, you know what I'm saying, assist with the efforts of raising minimum wage. Because minimum wage, without question, needs to be raised. But if you're not coming with the proper game yourself, or the people around you in that class of people that we're talking about, the working class, which I am a part of, if they're not coming with the proper game to the negotiation tables, then the other side ain't gonna hear you. You're just looking at what the other side has, and you're like, give me that. Give me more. I know you got it. It's not a way to negotiate. Oh, I know you got it, so you know what I'm saying, you need to give it to me. Works in a robbery. Don't get me wrong. Works in a robbery. Maybe a home invasion. Carjacking. Oh, you got this and I want it. Negotiations work best when you have something of value to offer outside of what's already being offered. And my point in that particular combo online was, we need to get the lazy people out of the way, because they make the American worker pool look bad. The people that aren't willing to put in the extra time, the extra hours, you know what I'm saying, we need to get those motherfuckers the fuck up out of here. Because if you're not willing to put in the time so that we can adequately negotiate on your behalf, then why are we negotiating on your behalf? It's a fair question. At least I thought so. So, just saying, man. I'm just saying. do a lot of things, and we get a lot further together if we would just work with each other instead of fighting against one another in such contention, to the point where you don't even want to hear anything that could possibly benefit or be a benefit to the other side. If you can't give anything to the other side that's going to be a possible benefit, then how do you hope on negotiating? Because then your argument just devolves into gimme, gimme, gimme. Now, I hear you, they got this and they got free taxes and they don't pay nothing on taxes, and you know what I'm saying? I understand. That's just how the game goes. Now, you can get mad at the game, but the rules still apply. Whether or not you fuck with the rules are still gonna apply. So if you want to win at the game, you're gonna have to understand the rules and play the damn game. It's the only way around it. Actually, ain't no way around it. It's the only way through. So, in summary, when it comes to this boss talk, anybody that tells you tells you that they are a boss and they list off a bunch of, oh, I do this and I do that and I get this and I get that, unless they say, oh, I've done this for people and I've had them work with me and I've worked for them to help build this, that boss talk is cap. That boss talk is false talk. It's fake leadership. I don't want to hear anybody talking about, oh, I'm a boss, I'm a boss, I'm a boss, and you're only out here worried about yourself. You can't possibly be a boss until you bear the weight of people around you, until there's a sense of, you know what I'm saying, self-accountability brought on by being accountable for others. If you haven't, you know what I'm saying, bore the brunt of that weight, of that load, you're not a boss to me. If you haven't thought of a way that we can win, because what goes through my mind all the time is, how can I lose if we win? That has been my mentality, and that will continue to be my mentality until I'm in the dirt. How can I lose if we win? Because I is included in the we. So if I ensure that I'm doing what I need to do to allow us to have a victory, well, damn, I'm in the, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the victory party too. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that's talking that, oh, I'm a boss, I got this, oh, I'm a leader, I does this, I get this, I got that, I'm a boss because I got these things. If you ain't never done nothing for nobody else, that boss talk is false talk. You know what I'm saying? Word to Nino Brown. Real is rare. Fake is everywhere. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to hear it. But that's all the time I have for this evening. Wary observations, righteous discussions, unite people. It's the Word Up Podcast. And I've been your host, OMNIETC, Omni, etc. Love you, lovely people. And I got to go. Peace. I don't even know what I was doing right here. Stretching my hand. But like I said, wary observations, righteous discussions. It's the word.